This man was an extremely disciplined addict. He pushed himself with incredible discipline and broke through his own limits just a few months earlier. His girlfriend had told him she was pregnant. He was overjoyed and promised her he would take responsibility, but she told him to stay away from them for a while. The man was devastated. That was the moment he decided he had to change completely, so he went alone to a recovery center. The rules here were strict. Everyone who came had to shave their heads first to show their resolve. The doors were unlocked. Anyone could choose to leave at any time. But the man had made up his mind. He wasn't going to break his promise again. The first few days were the most painful. Whenever his old urges hit him, his body became impossible to control. Whenever he felt he couldn't go on, he pulled out a photo of his girlfriend and reminded himself why he was there. Daily training at the center was extremely tough. Because of his past lifestyle, he was terribly weak. He collapsed more than once, even coughing up blood during a run. The instructor told him to quit and go home early, but the man refused to give up. Dragging his exhausted body forward, he kept running, hoping that one day he could visit his girlfriend and their child as a better man. He trained every day, working even when everyone else was asleep. Slowly, he became stronger and stronger. A year passed. The man's mental and physical health improved greatly. Because of his outstanding performance, the director gave him a job at the facility's pool. He was allowed to swim for free after work, so he used the opportunity to teach himself how to swim. He also practiced cycling in his spare time. Little by little, his love for sports grew. One day, he decided to sign up for a triathlon. 700 meters of swimming, 20 kilometers of cycling, accolade of running. By the time he crossed the finish line, everyone had already left, but winning or losing no longer mattered to him, because he had defeated his past self. But he learned his girlfriend had been admitted to the ICU. Watching his girlfriend lying in bed, the man felt deep regret before leaving. He kissed her forehead as he walked out of the ward. He happened to see his lovely daughter. The man stepped forward in surprise, but he was stopped by his girlfriend's father. The man fell silent. He knew he wasn't qualified to be a father. Yet a few days later, his girlfriend passed away. The man turned his grief into strength, trained even harder every day. He left the rehabilitation center, participated in various competitions, not only won championships in provincial competitions many times, but also broke the European triathlon record and even competed in the World Triathlon. This proved his strength once again, but deep down he still missed his girlfriend. Every year on his girlfriend's birthday, the man would visit her grave. Every time he finished a call with his boss, he would smash his phone on the ground and crush it underfoot. He only ate takeout food, and while standing in line, he always avoided making eye contact with people, even when he slept. He set an alarm to ensure he never rested for more than 30 minutes. As a professionally trained assassin, he knew better than anyone details decide life or death. That was why he lived in constant caution. But this time was different. During a sniper mission, a woman suddenly appeared in his scope. She was stunning enough to make his heartbeat spike past 100. He immediately slowed his breathing, forced his pulse back to normal, and adjusted his crosshairs onto the target again. When his heartbeat finally steadied, he pulled the trigger with perfect confidence. But just then a woman moved right into the line of fire. He froze for a split second, then tried to fire again. But the bodyguards on the other side were just as well trained. They reacted instantly, pulling the curtains shut. Knowing the mission had failed, he didn't hesitate for a moment. He packed up his rifle, collected the spent casing. He sped off on his electric bike, passing right by the police rushing toward the scene.